Did you know that nearly all deaths after the age of 75 come down to just a handful of causes? Many people assume that growing older automatically means facing serious health problems, but that's not entirely true. In reality, most of the risks that shorten life after 75 are avoidable, but only if you know what to watch out for. In this video, we're going to talk about the 5 leading causes of death after 75. I'm not just going to tell you what they are, I'm going to show you how you can reduce your risk and possibly add years, even decades, to your life. The biggest mistake people make is assuming it's too late to change. Let me tell you right now, it's not. Your body is always responding to the choices you make, no matter your age. Whether it's how you eat, how you move, or even how you think, every small decision adds up. So, if you want to take control of your health, stay independent, and enjoy life for as long as possible, keep watching. I promise you, by the end of this video, you'll walk away with real, practical steps to protect yourself and keep living the life you love. Now, before we dive in, I'd love to know, where are you tuning in from? Comment below and share your city, I always enjoy hearing from you. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more tips like these. Trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming up next. 1. Heart disease. Heart disease is the leading cause of death for people over 75, yet many don't realize how much control they actually have over it. Most people assume that feeling tired, getting out of breath easily, or slowing down is just a normal part of aging. But in many cases, these are actually warning signs that the heart isn't as strong as it used to be. The heart is a muscle, and like any muscle, it either stays strong with the right care or weakens over time due to neglect. The problem is, you don't always feel the damage happening. That's why so many seniors end up in the hospital, shocked by a sudden heart attack or stroke, when just days before, they felt fine. One of the biggest contributors to heart disease is high blood pressure. Over the years, it puts enormous strain on your arteries, forcing your heart to work harder than it should. And the tricky part? You can't feel it. There's no pain, no clear symptoms, nothing that tells you to take action until a major health crisis forces the issue. Another major factor? Diet. Decades of eating processed foods, too much salt, and unhealthy fats take a serious toll. These foods clog your arteries and slow down circulation. Your heart needs proper fuel to stay strong, and if your meals are lacking heart-healthy nutrients, the damage happens faster than you think. Then there's lack of movement. The heart isn't meant to sit still all day. If you don't move enough, your circulation slows, your muscles weaken, and your heart doesn't get the exercise it needs to stay strong. And no, you don't need to run marathons or lift heavy weights. Simple activities, walking, stretching, even chair exercises, can keep your heart pumping efficiently and dramatically reduce your risk of heart disease. The biggest mistake people make? Thinking heart disease is just fate. They assume it runs in the family or that it's just a part of aging. So here's what I want you to take away from this. You have more power over your heart health than you think. The choices you make today can determine how strong your heart stays for years to come. And the best time to start protecting it? Right now. 2. Falls and injuries. One of the most dangerous and overlooked risks after 75 isn't a disease, it's falling. It happens in an instant. One misstep, one slippery floor, one moment of dizziness, and suddenly, everything changes. A fractured hip, a head injury, or even what seems like a minor bruise can quickly spiral into a life-threatening event. Falls are one of the leading causes of injury-related deaths in seniors. Millions of older adults end up in the emergency room every year because of falls. And for many, a single fall marks the beginning of a serious decline in health, one they never fully recover from. A hip fracture can mean months in bed, loss of mobility, and an increased risk of infections. But despite how common this is, most people don't take fall prevention seriously until it happens to them, or someone they love. As we age, our balance, muscle strength, and reaction time gradually decrease. It happens so slowly that we don't always notice. One day, you feel fine walking around your home. The next, you reach for something, lose your balance, and before you know it, you're on the floor. And here's something that makes it even worse: fear of falling leads to more falls. After one bad fall, or even a close call, many seniors start avoiding movement altogether. They stop going for walks, they avoid stairs, they limit their activity because they're scared. But the less you move, the weaker your muscles become. And the weaker your muscles get, the more likely you are to fall. It's a vicious cycle. Falls are not inevitable. There are simple ways to reduce your risk dramatically and keep your body strong. Strengthen your legs and core. Strong muscles help you stay steady. Simple exercises like leg lifts, sit-to-stand movements, and balance drills can make a huge difference. Improve your balance. Activities like stretching, yoga, or even standing on one foot can help your body stay stable. Make your home safer. Small changes like better lighting, slip-proof rugs, and sturdy handrails can prevent accidents before they happen. Another overlooked cause of falls: medication side effects. Many prescriptions cause dizziness, drowsiness, or sudden drops in blood pressure, which can make falls more likely. Ever stood up too quickly and felt lightheaded? That's your body warning you that something's off. Talking to your doctor about your medications and making sure they're not working against you can save your life. 3. Respiratory diseases, the silent threat to your lungs. As we age, our lungs don't work as efficiently as they once did. What starts as a simple cough or mild shortness of breath can quickly turn into a serious condition. After 75, respiratory diseases become one of the leading causes of death, not because they are inevitable, but because they are often ignored until it's too late. Lung infections and chronic conditions that go unnoticed. As the immune system weakens with age, even a small infection can become life-threatening. Over time, the airways become inflamed, making it harder and harder to breathe. But because the symptoms come on slowly, many people don't realize their lungs are in trouble until they are already struggling. Then there's pneumonia. Many people think of it as just another infection, but for older adults, pneumonia can turn deadly fast. A mild cold or cough can quickly turn into serious lung inflammation, making it hard to get enough oxygen. In fact, many hospitalizations after 75 are due to pneumonia, and in too many cases, the infection leads to a rapid decline in health that some never fully recover from. Another major risk is poor air quality. Over the years, exposure to dust, pollution, smoke, and even indoor air irritants takes a toll on the lungs. Many seniors don't realize that things like mold, pet dander, and household chemicals can make breathing problems worse. If you already have asthma, COPD, or other lung conditions, these irritants can severely impact your breathing without you even realizing it. Making small changes, like improving indoor air quality, using an air purifier, or avoiding smoke exposure, can significantly protect your lungs. How to protect your lungs and breathe easier. Stay active. Just like any other part of the body, your lungs need exercise to stay strong. When you move, your lungs expand fully, helping to keep them clear and healthy. Even simple activities like walking or stretching can improve lung function. Avoid secondhand smoke and pollutants, whether it's cigarette smoke, dust, or chemicals. Avoiding lung irritants is one of the best ways to prevent respiratory issues. Get vaccinated. Many people underestimate how important vaccines are for seniors. Flu, pneumonia, and other respiratory infections can be deadly, but vaccines can significantly reduce the risk of severe illness. Your lungs are with you every second of your life, working to keep you alive. Taking care of them, strengthening them, and protecting them from infection is one of the most powerful things you can do to extend your health and independence. 4. Stroke. A stroke happens without warning. One moment, you're fine. The next, your speech is slurred, your body won't move the way you want it to, or you suddenly feel confused. In an instant, life can change forever. Stroke is one of the leading causes of death and disability after 75. Yet, what most people don't realize is that up to 80% of strokes can be prevented. That means the choices you make today could determine whether you stay independent, or suffer from a life-altering event. A stroke happens when blood flow to the brain is suddenly blocked or when a blood vessel bursts. Without oxygen, brain cells begin to die within minutes. Some strokes are mild, causing temporary confusion or slight weakness. But others leave people paralyzed, unable to speak, or completely dependent on others. And in too many cases, a stroke is fatal. The scariest part? Many people don't recognize the warning signs. And once a stroke happens, the damage is often permanent. What increases your risk of stroke? High blood pressure, hypertension, the number one cause of strokes. Over time, high blood pressure weakens the arteries, making them more likely to rupture or get blocked. The worst part? You won't feel it happening. That's why regular blood pressure checks are critical. Irregular heartbeat, this condition causes the heart to beat unevenly, allowing blood to pool and form clots. If a clot travels to the brain, it can cause a stroke. The good news? It's easily detected and treated if caught early. Unhealthy diet and lifestyle, eating too much processed food, consuming excessive salt, and not staying active thickens your blood and slows circulation, increasing the chances of a stroke. Know the fast test. The key to surviving a stroke is getting help immediately. The longer the brain is deprived of oxygen, the greater the damage. Here's how to recognize a stroke fast. Face drooping, one side of the face is numb or drooping. Ask the person to smile, does one side look different? Arm weakness, one arm feels weak or numb. Can they lift both arms evenly? Speech difficulty, is their speech slurred? Can they repeat a simple sentence clearly? Time to call 911, if you notice any of these signs, call for emergency help immediately. Every second counts. How to reduce your stroke risk. Check your blood pressure regularly, high blood pressure is silent but deadly. Keeping it under control can cut your stroke risk in half. Eat brain-healthy foods, leafy greens, nuts, berries, and whole grains keep blood vessels healthy and lower stroke risk. Move your body, regular movement keeps circulation strong and reduces clot formation. You don't need intense workouts, just walk, stretch, or stay active in a way that feels good to you. Recognize mini-strokes, TIAs. Have you ever had sudden dizziness, confusion, or vision changes that went away? That could have been a mini-stroke, TIA, a warning sign of a bigger stroke ahead. Don't ignore it, get checked immediately. 5. Cognitive decline and memory loss, protecting your mind and independence. One of the greatest fears of aging isn't just losing physical strength, it's losing your memory, your reasoning, and your independence. Cognitive decline doesn't happen overnight. It creeps in slowly, in ways that are easy to dismiss at first. Forgetting names, struggling to follow conversations, misplacing important items, these might seem small, but over time, they can turn into something much more serious. For many, this decline leads to dementia and Alzheimer's disease, which don't just affect memory. They make it harder to take care of yourself. Simple things, like remembering to take medications, eating balanced meals, or recognizing symptoms of illness, become difficult. And when that happens, the risk of serious health complications skyrockets. But here's what most people don't realize: losing cognitive function is not an inevitable part of aging. Your brain is just like any other muscle, it needs exercise, nutrition, and care to stay strong. The sooner you take action, the better your chances of maintaining a sharp, healthy mind for years to come. Why does cognitive decline happen? Lack of mental stimulation. The brain thrives on challenges. If you stop learning new things or engaging in stimulating activities, your brain function starts to slow down. Social isolation, loneliness isn't just emotionally painful, it actually speeds up mental decline. Seniors who stay socially engaged have better memory and cognitive function. Poor diet, what you eat directly affects brain health. Too much processed food, sugar, and unhealthy fats contribute to inflammation in the brain, increasing the risk of dementia. Lack of physical activity, exercise isn't just good for the body, it's critical for brain health. Movement increases blood flow to the brain, which helps protect memory and thinking abilities. How to keep your brain sharp and healthy. Exercise your mind, reading, learning a new skill, playing puzzles, or even having deep conversations keeps your brain active and reduces the risk of dementia. Stay socially connected. Isolation is one of the biggest risk factors for cognitive decline. Regular conversations, community activities, or even simple video calls with loved ones keep the mind engaged. Move your body, even light exercise, like walking, stretching, or yoga, boosts brain function and memory by improving circulation. Eat brain-boosting foods, omega-3 fatty acids, antioxidants, and vitamins found in leafy greens, berries, nuts, and fish help protect against memory loss. Get enough sleep. Poor sleep accelerates brain aging. Deep, restful sleep is when the brain processes memories and clears out toxins. One of the biggest dangers of cognitive decline isn't just memory loss, it's the impact on daily life. Many seniors forget to take medications, which leads to serious health problems. Others forget to eat properly, causing nutritional deficiencies. And some even leave the stove on or forget to lock the doors, putting their safety at risk. That's why it's so important to recognize the early signs and take action before things get worse. We've covered a lot today: heart disease, falls, respiratory illnesses, strokes, and cognitive decline. These 5 causes are responsible for nearly all deaths after 75, but here's what's important to remember: they are not inevitable. Most people don't realize how much control they actually have over their health. And by the time they do, it's often too late. But the truth is, small, consistent choices starting today can add years of strength, clarity, and independence to your life. No one wants to think about aging. But ignoring these risks doesn't make them go away. The good news? Awareness gives you power. Knowing the signs, taking preventive steps, and making your health a priority means that you don't have to live in fear of what's ahead. So let me ask you, what's one small change you're going to make today? Maybe it's eating healthier. Maybe it's moving more. Maybe it's reaching out to an old friend to stay socially active. Whatever it is, commit to it. At this stage in life, your well-being is your greatest asset. The more you protect it, the more you can enjoy time with loved ones, maintain your independence, and live without fear of preventable health issues. If you found this video helpful, leave a comment below and let me know what you're going to do to take charge of your health. And if you haven't already, subscribe to stay informed and empowered. Thank you for watching, and remember, it's never too late to take control of your future.